This really is a cause for concern. And honestly, I'm not sure what's next. See exactly what's going on. Someone did mention medications coming in at even with tomatoes. This is not usual. I mean, I know we be low over here in my parts of New Jersey, but hey fam, happy Saturday. Hopefully you all are doing well. This is our first news, comments, and reports video of the new year. So welcome along. Let's go ahead and jump right into today's video. This is Shauna, and I'm officially checking in over here at Moments with Us. You guys check in. Let us know where you are watching from and how you are doing. Once again, this is Shauna. I'm checking in from New Jersey. Let's go ahead and see what's going on. Let's go. All right, fam. So the video that you guys seeing playing in the background is just our ShopRite walkthrough from yesterday. If you missed that, I'll put it in the pinned comment down below. Okay, so a few things that we're going to talk about today. Firstly, I want to know, have you guys been seeing cases rise again? And I ask this because I'm hearing more and more people while I'm out and about talking about someone caught the And as I'm looking through social media, I came across this as well. So in one of the moms group that I am in, another mother did share this. Discharged from the ER with the 104 fever and the big C. When I woke up at 1 a.m. this morning with chills, I knew I had it. Here, I still faithfully wear my mask daily. I think I got it when I was eating at the Waffle House. It's still out here. Please believe that. I work for St. Luke's in PA, Pennsylvania, guys. And I knew the numbers were rising, but I didn't think I would get it because, of course, I wear my mask. So grateful my two girls and fiance don't have it. So grateful I'm off from teaching and working for Luke's until January 3rd. Please be careful, moms. Those numbers are coming back up quick and fast. So that was her dire warning. And with so many different viruses and strains now going around, I'm also seeing a higher number of people getting sick. Not saying that everyone is being tested. They're basically just staying home and treating themselves at home, letting their body do what the body naturally do, which is just recover. But some people are getting sick and their sicknesses is lasting than a normal amount of time than a sickness should be lasting. So let us know in the comments down below if anyone in your family had, the big C recently, or if you've just been feeling ill and you can't quite put your finger on it. I know for a fact there's a few things that is going around. Sanitizing everything is big. Of course, washing your hands always is big. It's not just wearing a mask. Disinfecting items is big, especially when you have children that are in and out of school, like with me. As soon as the kids come home, hop in the shower, get out your school clothes. That's how we move. Things like that can definitely help. Take your shoes off at the door. Do not track items around. Do not track your germs from the outside on the inside. That's a big thing too. Those things would definitely help. But have you guys been seeing more and more people getting sicker than usual? People always get sick around the wintertime, but have people been sicker than usual? Let us know in the comments down below. Now with this one, I can only imagine. So someone found a screw that was baked in the bread. That is quite weird. And you can tell it was actually baked in the bread. Let's see what's behind this. So it's great to see, though they found a screw inside of their bread and they did not actually consume the sandwich. Whoever company this was, they settled out of court and cut this person a check. So a fast food worker did want to share some insight on how common this actually is. So Melissa went ahead and shared, I worked at Papa John's and found screws in the mozzarella shredded cheese. Turns out it came from the line being old and falling apart. And screws and metal was falling into the cheese. The boss didn't give two flicks. Told me, take it out and keep making pizzas. They also would drop the dough on the floor and pick it up and keep slapping it. Yeah, and they called it stretching the dough. And continue to top and cook it, saying 485 degrees will cook any germs off. This nonsense. And I believe this person. I believe stuff happens behind the counters in the back that of course we don't know about. And I believe that they say, hey, well, the heat will kill off any germs. And I think that some workers probably be intentionally, of course, doing stuff to contaminate the food, fast food, regardless. And that sucks. So this person went ahead and willingly shared some insight on what actually goes on at Papa John's, at least where she worked at, behind, I say, closed doors. The location of that place should be also included so no one will go there. That's crazy. All right, so here's a topic that we discussed a few times. For when people looking for sales, they have to pay attention to this. Anyhow, yeah, so the price of the coffee, they do have sales, but it's still when you buy two for these items here. But the coffee is looking a tad bit low. Do you guys know how many businesses get away with putting up those sale signs? And so many people are not looking at when you buy two. So they're picking up one and they're not even looking at, the screen when they're checking out. And they're thinking that they're getting a sale because they saw that it said sale in the back. So by the time they swipe their card, if they check their receipt when they get home, they will see that technically they done paid full price because you were supposed to buy two items in order to get those items on sale. So listen to this clip of how this guy basically called out this employee.
Done with the Kroger story. See this cheese? It says $1.49 for one block. Two or more is $2. So I try to joke with a store employee and I tell her, I said, oh, wow. So if I buy more cheese, it's more expensive? What? And she's like, oh, no, honey. And she comes over, she shows me, and she's like, this is the price. If you buy two or more, that's the price that you get. I'm like, I said, I know. I said, but it's $1.49. But if I buy two or more, it's going to be $2. I said, that doesn't make sense. She's like, a lot of people do this. They don't read the bottom tag and then they get frustrated. And she said, that's the price. She said, at Kroger's, if you buy more than one, you get that price. And I said, I know. I said, but the top price is cheaper than the bottom. She said, no, you got to buy more than one. You got to buy two or more. And I was like, oh, okay. She might have been the one that did that.
Honestly, I'm still a bit confused because if the sale price says $1.49, but you can buy two or more at two for $4, it will be $2 a piece. When it says sale price $1.49, if you buy two or more, I don't know. I feel like I'm repeating myself now. It still don't make sense. To me, it's false advertisement. They're saying $1.49 because automatically customers are going to see the sale price for $1.49 and pick up a bunch, not realizing that they actually spending more in spending $2 for each package versus spending $1.49. False advertisement right there. Somebody must have woke up and didn't have their morning coffee because that there was all wrong. But definitely, guys, you have to pay attention to those stickers because generally, you have to, buy two or more in order to get the sale price. When it comes down to our information is being leaked almost everywhere. And the main place I'm seeing information being leaked at lately is in healthcare facilities such as hospitals. Recently, when Keon had pneumonia, I did receive a letter about maybe a few weeks ago saying that their systems was hacked. I think I covered that in one of the reports. And guess what? Our information was leaked as well, me and Keon. So they definitely just sent a letter letting us know. And of course, saying what measures to take. Is ridiculous, y'all. So, data breach at healthcare tech firm impacts 4.5 million patients. So on December 22nd, the firm disclosed that it suffered a data breach between July 14th and the 23rd of 2023. They're just now releasing this information. So, an investigation of the incident concluded on October 24th and revealed that the intruder had stolen files from the breach systems hosting the following data types, y'all: name, address, date of birth, social security number, your tax ID, medical record number, medical information, diagnosis, mental, physical conditions, prescription information, y'all, health insurance information, beneficiary number, y'all, um, Medicaid and Medicare information, billing and claims information. So access to everything that they need to what? Open up anything in your name, to steal your identity. And it really sucks because this is really happening over and over and over and over again. In general, individuals should remain vigilant against incidents of identity theft and fraud by reviewing account statements, explanation of benefit statements, and monitoring free credit reports for suspicious activity and to detect errors. So cyber attacks is something that's big right now. And honestly, no one's information is safe, especially if you have to go to the doctor, especially if you're filling out to buy your new home or car, whatever it is that you're doing. No one's information is safe because we are at a period where cyber attacks are at a all-time high. So definitely constantly check your reports. Like I mentioned before, check your transaction history if you're not used to logging on to your bank account. Check your credit report. If something seems unusual and you know for a fact that you're not the one who opened up that account or made that transaction, take care of your business. Do what you have to do. Report it. Because access to your information and you don't know whose hands is in, yeah, that's a very dangerous thing. So take care of your business. If you have not looked at your credit report in a while, go ahead and get you one. Look at your credit report. Like I said, look at your statements very carefully. Because it could just be one little thing. They could go ahead and run a transaction for something that's not noticeable for like 99 cents maybe or whatever. Something at a small amount that the average person would not pay attention to. It's probably something that's not alarming that make you want to even go into your transaction history. Maybe your balance look the same. But once that person have access to your information, you don't know at what time they will come back to use it. So definitely make sure that your info is guarded, guys. So much is at stake during these troubling times. So let's go ahead and discuss some shortages people are expecting to see and seeing and trying to prepare for. What are the predicted shortages for 2024? I think this goes further than just shortages. It's about being able to keep up as well financially, being able to afford things. And this is why some of us have been stressing to get things little by little for the past 2 years. Because believe it or not, by now, little by little would have definitely made someone a nice size stockpile that they can currently be using from, which some of you are doing. And me, myself, I'm currently in my stockpile as well. And if I don't want to pay the price of, let's say, flour, sugar, rice, or bread, or whatever it is that I have on my stockpile, I technically don't have to. The only issue is when it runs out, I would then have to pay the price to restock. But that's okay because I know that the stockpile that I did build, I'm able to live off of for a while. And that's the point of stockpiling. So what are the predicted shortages for this year? Let's see. Someone stated, I think I'll be low on funds. I'm already thankful for what I have stored. So like this person, knowing that they have reach a point of financial hardship, building that stockpile now have secured them at least in, depending on what they stockpile, right? At least in certain areas in which they don't have to worry about. So if you're stockpiling, you're going to think about your medical necessities, you're going to think about your food, you're going to think about household items. All of this stuff costs money. Now, when you reach any type of financial issues, you will no longer be able to afford it. Most of the time, these are things that's left out of the budget because you cannot afford it. So yeah, when you stockpile and you stockpile these items, at least it's one less thing that you will have to worry about. Some items that I can remember offhand is things like sugar, coffee, dairy products, eggs, chicken, beef. I mean, the price of beef. Recently, when we went to ShopRite, I mean, there was hardly any beef or pork. Prescription drugs, think about that. Cash, pet food, pasta, rice, things in that sort, wheat, flour. All of those items already are falling short on the shelves. And if it's not, oh my, the prices are ridiculous. So those are some things to take into consideration. Even the dairy sections in my stores, when I do walkthroughs, I'm starting to see those look spaced out. So another thing that's pointed out, cars are also going to be in shortage within the next few years, this person is saying. So exports from China will be shut down if there is conflict. And we're already seeing some of that, y'all. Remember a few years ago when we had the cars and not the chips to make them run? Now that we are going EV, China controls the lithium, and we have the weird thing of mining in one country, shipping halfway across the world to make the battery, shipping to another country to assemble into cars, and the vehicles are shipped back here. That's going to take a lot of oil to ship them. If there's war or a perception of war, and if Biden won't let us produce oil, we are going to have shortages of things that need to be shipped or trucked, shortages of heat and electric. Oil is used to make many of our clothes, so they may be limited. We don't know if this will hit this year or next, or if it will be like the Cold War of the 70s. Tonet. I remember you mentioning the 70s so many times in the comments. So definitely a lot of people are on the same page. So we don't know if it will be like the Cold War of the 70s that never emerged, but the effects will be felt. Buy clothes, buy blankets and quilts, shoes and socks. You may need them to stay warm. One site suggested a pop-up tent you can put your bed in to keep the warmth in. Best if it has a waterproof bottom that you can set up outdoors in case of a bug out is needed. A pop-up tent is definitely something that's highly recommended if you was to look up any type of bug out plans or anything in general. Like if it's no heat, having it set up in your house, living room, wherever you have space with some blankets, zip that thing up. It'll definitely keep you warm. So if you guys don't have a tent and let's say heat is out, we ain't got no heat, that's a great way, for you to just stay warm. You have children and you're going to definitely think about that. So get you a few. I know Walmart sometimes definitely put their little pop-up tents on sale in the clearance section. And guys, please keep this in your memory. With any shortage that is expected, please expect a price increase as well. Great points given here. I think housing will be even harder to find with 300,000, they're saying, illegal immigrants that was let into the country last month alone. They have to stay somewhere, right? Also think more businesses will be closing due to theft rising, which will cause all of our goods to go up even more in price. Ammunition will become shorter in supply. Dealing with Ukraine, Israel, and everywhere else too. So let me know how you guys think about this. I didn't know it was 300,000 illegal immigrants that was let into the country. I'm not really too sure about that. Maybe the person I had to cut off real quick. But you know what? It's definitely right. 300 illegal immigrants was definitely let into the country. And you guys know over in New York where the governor was actually gathering up immigrants because it started to become too overcrowded and the citizens started to complain. So once he gathered them up, gave them their cell phones, gave them their checks, gave them their visas, and put them on a flight to go anywhere they wanted to. So don't be surprised. Maybe in the neighborhood near you, you might have a load of immigrants housing in the nice luxury apartments next to you. And maybe you're going to be questioning like, well, you know, how they get here, when they got here. Listen, 300,000 is a lot to spread out all over the place. So this can get real. So we're going to leave this video right here where it's at. Quickly before we leave, we're going to keep happy grandma for Ruth P. and her family in our prayer. So definitely, guys, when it's that time, remember happy grandma for Ruth P. Send her a quick prayer of wellness. Thank you all in advance. So we're going to leave this video right here where it's at. And this is Shauna. And I'm officially checking out from Moments With Us. Expect the part 2 so we can go through the comments that you guys shared as well. Happy Saturday. And until next time, I'm out, y'all. Peace.